Let's do this.
How tēnei?
Ko te little tea.
Little tea.
So ina mea te cup tea.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, little tea. Ka pai. Kia ora e te whānau. Ko te wiki o te reo Māori tēnei. E mihi ana kia tātou katoa. E mihi ana kia koutou e mātakitaki mai ana. E mihi ana ki tō mātou, tō tātou kai kōrero i te rānei. And we have right here Janell. So kōrero mai, ko ai koe no hea koe.
Well, kia ora tātou, e mihi ana I runga I ngā āhuatanga o te wiki o te reo Māori. Me ngā kaitaunaki katoa, I guess kua para I te huarahi mō mātou kia whakawhiti kōrero āreo nei tēnei wā. He uri tēnei nō konei, mātiti tōku maunga, waiweka tōku aua, whakatōhea anake. Nā.
Wei.
He whakatōhea tēnei, waihoki he tainui, he Ngāti Kuri, te atanga mahaki, te whānau apanui.
She's from everywhere, it's funny.
Ai.
No, no te whakatōhea no.
And we have our kahi mai kahi takapau as well.
Che.
Che, te whānau. Oh, yeah. Let's do this. How
How
tēnei?
tēnei?
Ko te little tea.
Little tea.
So ina mea koe te cup tea?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, little tea.
So he...
He kapu
Okay.
e ti raua.
Okay.
So when you're sharing the gossips.
Oh, we're sharing the goss. We're sharing the goss.
Tēnā koe.
Okay.
I think.
I think too.
But I get to say Gen Alpha.
Yes. Okay, so let's just dive straight in. She wears many poto e te whānau. Everyone knows who she is. No, they do.
Oh, did I say my name?
Yes, you did.
Oh, yeah.
I think you did.
Wait, no, I didn't. My name is Janell, which nobody knows.
Also known as...
Jinz.
Jinz. No te whakatōhea. So, Jinz has been doing some incredible mahi. Every kaupapa you can think of. But she just recently got back from America. And I want to go straight there. What did you do? Like, you were offered?
Yeah, I applied for.
You applied for?
Applied for a fellowship which focused on health policy. And you could pick where you lived and pick your kaupapa that you wanted to research. You put that proposal forward, and then if you were selected, then you go and live wherever you choose for a year, do that research, and then you're hosted by a university or a research institute. So,
So where did you choose?
So I chose Colorado, which is the middle of nowhere. But the reason I wanted to, I think I said this, I wanted to go to Harvard. But the reason I didn't is that the University of Colorado is a really big player in Indigenous research. And so probably being more respectful of the mahi that I was doing than following my ego. So that's how I ended up in the middle of nowhere in negative 27 degrees in winter.
What was the mahi you were doing?
So the research I was working on is looking at I'm going to try and explain this in real lay terms.
Yes.
So if we think of our own tino rangatiratanga a whānau a hapu a iwi nei, what are the policies that are happening within the state government, which is kind of the equivalent of council, and then the federal government, which is the equivalent of your national government here in Aotearoa, and how are the iwi take using policy itself to, I'm going to say, skip loop or to create better policies or not even rely on those governments to assert and attain their own tino rangatiratanga mana motuhake, and that focusing specifically on rongoa practice, because rongoa is a tangible practice that we can see how it's moving and shifting in relation with each other. So that's kind of...
Wow. Whew.
Yeah.
She's brainy. She is really brainy. So you went over, when did you go over? Last year, eh?
Yep, last year, matariki, and then got home this year, kind of matariki, and then played ping pong for a little bit. I think there's just some space to kind of bring the research back home in a practical way, because you can do as much research as you want in the world, but if it means nothing for whānau hapu iwi, then you're just serving yourself.
So. I haere koe ki reira me tōko tahi o with your whānau too, your tamariki, because you got tamariki?
Aku tamariki hoki, yeah. So they lived American lives.
Yes, they did.
But they're, well, my boy's at Waiweka now, so.
Loved it. They were Americans, and I want Jinz to tell us about the Halloween stuff as well.
Yeah, well, no, because we're now planning, like, shall we do a Halloween? I think there was just certain, so there were two parts, as like, go as Indigenous as we can and be Māori within, I guess, a world that's not ours. And I think the moment we left home, there was this realisation that you're actually only ever Indigenous on your own soils. Like the moment you leave, he manuhiri koe, and there's a responsibility and obligation on you to be manuhiri in that particular way. So we were very mindful of our tread, take nei. But then there was this part where, okay, we're in America, we're in the things we've seen in Hollywood, you know, growing up, and so just some real American things. So like an American Halloween where we like our whole entire neighborhood was like lit up. We done our house, it was pretty cool actually. And then we went to like the richer neighborhoods to go trick-or-treating. So like those kind of stuff, like a white Christmas, snowfall, like just those there was real American things, and then trying to maintain your kind of indigeneity and mindfulness at the same time. So it was an interesting contrast, just living life.
Went to the rich areas. Hey, we're clever, us Māori.
Doesn't the Waiweka Pa have the Halloween of the year here?
Yeah, no doubt. I think we had a good Halloween here, eh?
Oh.
Scared the shit out of our kids.
Ria did.
Wait,
No, you did.
Te Aio came, well, he stood at the door of that one and wouldn't come in. That's right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
You should create us an American one.
I will.
Yeah.
There you go, it's whānau.
31st of October, it's whānau.
Oh,
There you go. But you got to go to
It's
out
going
of
to be
town.
find my house. No.
Straight up, eh? Yeah, so your whole America saga, like how hard was it to wake up one morning and say, oh, I'm just going to apply for this and I'm going to go? Like, was it hard to make that decision, or?
I don't think it was difficult. I think I'll talk about kind of two things here. I think the purpose of wanting to do that specific health policy fellowship is that I was raised in public health. So shout out to Whakatu, who used to run the KED contract. And so that's kind of my first pathway into Hauora. Obviously, everything starts here in Opotiki. But over 10 years of public health, and then obviously shifting into my legal studies, and then coming out of that, it was really, okay, at some point I'm going to have to move home with some skills that can contribute to what's happening at home, because it's so easy to just live away and just hands off all responsibilities. And it is there's a liberation to that. But yeah, wanting to kind of go do something and then say, okay, I'll come home after that thing. And obviously that's happened. But I think one of the questions that was asked to me in my interview for the fellowship was, okay, wahine Māori koe, kua tipu ake ki te taho tō whānau hapu iwi. Are you sure you can do a year living away from all support systems? Like it'll be just you, the kids, and are you sure you can do that? And I said at the time it was post-COVID, where we were obviously running the COVID response in public health. Everyone was tired. It was after the change in government, and it was, my interview was the day that Te Aka Whaiora was disestablished. And I said, look, I just need a holiday. And like I was very emotional at the time, because I said I need a rest and I need time to be able to give back to my people. Otherwise I'm going to be burnt out, and then I'm not able to effectively give. And either they felt sorry for me or they kind of were on board with that kōrero because that's what led them to I guess, selecting me to go on the fellowship. So I don't think it was hard, so to speak, but I do think oftentimes we don't go for those opportunities because we're worried about, you know, the obligations that we have. And I think it was very much the physical move over there was, so I just have to drop everything, like get rid of your house, get rid of your thing, drop your job, and then go and live overseas. And I think that part was really, really difficult. But yeah, not the applying for it.
That's so cool.
No regrets?
Okay, I didn't know. No, I didn't know. Like in my head, Hawaii is not the United States. And if I could, I would have chosen a warmer place than Colorado for the winter. So I would have still went to Colorado. And then when it started hitting the below zero, then I would have like chopped out to anywhere else. But other than that, no regrets. I don't think so.
So cool. And then my nephew and niece went to school over there too, eh?
Yeah, I think maybe if I was to have one kind of thing to reflect on is that maybe have waited until my girl was a little bit older. And I said that to the people who run the fellowship. I said, like, why pick me so young? Because I was the baby of so the fellowship itself is run... so there's New Zealand, Australia, Canada, Norway, Germany, UK, and so fellows from all of those countries are in your fellowship program, and they were a lot older than me. And I said, why so young? And I think the important thing for me was that my kids don't, I guess, lose who they are and lose their identity as tamariki Māori. And when Te Haumarangai, my daughter, moved, her English was horrible, and if you speak to her now, she's got like the most American accent, because her her English comprehension was not great going over. So I think little things like that I would have maybe tweaked a little bit, but I think the learnings far outweigh the challenges, I guess.
So they learnt another reo. They got 3 languages.
They went to Montessori school, and the community not in Denver where we lived, but in Aurora where they went to school, is mostly or half maybe Hispanic, and then I don't want to say white American, but white American makeup, and different socio-demographic levels in Aurora, whereas Denver is very monocultural. But they went to school in Aurora, where bilingual speaking, English, Spanish. So
So you're a lawyer?
No, not yet.
Not yet?
I have a law degree.
She has a law degree at Te Whānau.
What do you mean not yet? You have a law degree?
You got to study law, and then you got to study this thing called profs, which is like another course, and so that you can study to pass the bar. And then when you're a member of the bar, you can be a lawyer.
So she's nearly a lawyer. And that's
looking for funding.
Freaking great. And then she's just come back from America to do her studies. She's now home at Te Whānau. Cup of tea. Come on, cup of tea.
Beers? Beers. We're going for beers.
Jugs.
She's now home, and we are so lucky to have you home. And pukenga rau, everything. I'm just so glad you're home, you and our babies.
I really want to touch on moving home, seeing as you brought it up.
Yeah, let's go.
I just had an allergic reaction to the dog.
Literally, she's moving houses. She never dresses like this at Te Whānau. She should be wearing this because she's Hunan for real.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Hunan, always keeping our culture.
Yeah. So, in saying that, she went back to New York 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
And she was there like mana as she went down to Rotorua to Hunan shop and thought it was open, kei te pai, and then she missioned it back to Auckland.
Wait, but if I can touch on that, because I think, and like I'm not out here promoting anyone's business, but I think there's something to be said.
But if you fellas got anything for us, then
or my freebies. But I think there's something to be said for the way that Māori fashion in general is allowing us to speak culture into the way that we walk about the world. And when I would go, so I kind of have 3 Māori brands that I go to that I know of. Happy to hear any others. But when I would go anywhere and present, they would say, oh, like, what do your clothes represent? And because they have ribbon skirts in the US, they have different regalia for different, like their powwows have different regalia, and everything has a specific meaning. And I think we're only just stepping into the modernising of it. Where like, so we have our kapahaka uniform, and then we just, I guess, hoodies and track pants is kind of our go-to. Hoodies with the whoever's your label on the back of it. See? So we're here representing Te Whakatoa.
Te tāparau. Yeah.
And so to be able to, I guess, dress in a particular way that says he Māori ahau, I think it's really cool. And because I ain't been in a kapahaka uniform, because no kapa want me.
Whatever.
Oh.
Any kapa will have you, Jinz.
Absolutely.
You're a lawyer.
They
A
haven't
health
heard me
professional.
sing.
So what's the next big thing for you?
Raise my kids at home in their reo Māori, tarate wake ao Māori,
Yeah.
hauora nei. That's, I think, I'm doing whatever mahi I'm doing or planning on doing. Looking for a job.
Looking for a job at Te Whānau.
No. But whatever mahi that I'm doing, I think will be actively contributing back to my hapu and my iwi.
I love that.
And I think that for me is the whainga nui. And I think it took 10 years of living in Auckland for that to be the realisation.
Auckland. Oh, yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
But I didn't know until I was, it's like an ex, like when you're with them, you're like, they're the best. And then when you leave them, you're like, oh, what was I doing?
So what's it like living in Opotiki right now and you don't have to travel like an hour just to get to a place?
She just had an allergic reaction.
Nah. But do you know how cool it was to say, because I was late for this, to say like, I'll be there in 10 minutes. And I was like, it was almost 10 minutes. But like, that's a half an hour traffic plus they get changed. That was, I was like, this I could be on board with.
Cup of tea.
Yeah.
So what's your law degree and what did you do? Is
like
there a thing?
Yeah. I think you specialise in your profs. I done little bit because of the stuff that happened around settlement. So I was just really invested in wanting to know what processes are impacting us as a people. So like done some land law. I'm my like
cool, whenua Māori.
Whenua Māori.
Oh, yes.
Actually, my interest area is like law of the sea. So
law of the sea.
Yeah. Which is it's something that is really interesting to me. But we cover everything within
like staying off a kāri. E te whānau, view her from a distance.
Yeah, so I'm not here to offer any legal advice.
What? Not yet.
Not yet.
Not to this community.
Not ever.
I love being able to say like I'm not able to provide you with legal advice because I'm not a lawyer.
Yet. Yet it's fun.
Because of you, I will now not. No. No.
Yeah, we're so happy to have you home.
Oh, thank you.
It's so good having all yous home. Like, and I says that to Caitlin as well. We need more of all of us.
Yeah, I think it needs to be a concerted strategy of ours. And I've been telling all my mates, I was like, okay, now that I'm home time.
Yeah.
When you get ready to go, wherever go out and you're like, okay, now I'm ready. Yous all need to come. Like, you're ready now.
Yeah.
And I think I'm very much of that. Like, if someone had said, oh, you should move home, I would have said, nah.
Yeah, I know. I said that.
Yeah, but now that
2
I'm
years
home,
ago.
I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
And I think, like, we've been privileged to spend so long out of home. And I give it up to all of our whanaunga who do the mahi, all our ahika.
Absolutely.
While we're playing ahi tere, just chilling, and then we come in responsibility free. And that's, I think it's high time we start giving you guys a break or some better support. So
No, what I love about you always come home.
Yeah.
Even when you were in America, she would come home for tangi. She would come home for all the kaupapa. So, and then we seen her at Tohekura and she was sleeping in the car. And her kids were wide awake because they were American time.
time.
This is like 4 o'clock in the morning and they're like pinging and I'm like, they're pinging. And they were pinging throughout the whole tohekura.
That was one of the things we done before we left, because we were like, we're not on. So it was a funded program where they paid for your everything. But I was like, I don't have unlimited money to go to all the tangi. And so I wrote this list of like who do you come home for, so that when it comes to it, it wouldn't be like
A struggle.
yeah, or just that acceptance that, look, if they're not on the list, then
I love
Yeah.
that.
yeah. And I think that was probably the hardest part, was when there were tangi or like big kaupapa. I miss the King's. Not that we're whānau, but the King's funeral and then the coronation of the new queen, and like real big moments in te ao
Yeah.
Māori. And because we are kaupapa hoppers, I was like, oh.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So, do you have any advice for rangatahi that want to be in spaces like yours? Like, how do they, any advice?
Because you spoke about the KED program. I've never heard of that.
The KED program.
Yeah.
When we were kids, they used to have like these KED cards, like Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And they would like highlight rangatahi in the highlight rangatahi in the community who were doing cool things. And so the first time I became interested was I might have been year 9 or something, and they had done all of our tuakana. And I was like, that's so cool. Like, I want to be on a KED card one day. Just in terms of being a leader in the community. And I don't think I ever made it on a KED card because the cards faded out, but I think the kaupapa of KED, which is Community Action Youth Against Drugs, really sat with me, particularly given the struggles in our community. So at the time I was like, I'm really invested in this. They had a youth council that came out of it, and just, I don't know, we just done rangatahi things, and I'd love to see
That again.
yeah, and because I don't know what is being done, and I know some cool stuff are being done, and there's potential to do other new cool stuff.
There is absolute potential.
Yeah.
So I know you love going back to your iwi. What you got up your sleeve?
Not
feel
law.
like
Hey, not law.
What can we do? What should we do?
I feel like that's a taihuake nei.
Yeah, okay.
Mainly because I think it's presumptuous to come in thinking that I have the answers.
Yeah.
Just because I've
Absolutely.
seen the cool stuff in the world and, we should do that. But it might not be applicable.
But we can do whakaaro.
We can do whakaaro, we can brainstorm, we can wait for the likes of Caitlin to get, in those council seats, and then I guess support. And I think probably first priority for me is once we get, because we've got 66, is it? 66% of the population here is Māori, 76% of those that I know who are Māori standing for council are Māori. So by default of those statistics, we should have a really strong Māori council voice coming through. And so probably next steps priority-wise is just supporting them, getting behind them.
Absolutely.
Our school boards. But also, I've got a 7-year-old now, so I've got a kid at Kura, and I'm like, should probably help out.
I'll bake some muffins.
Wait, I'm in my sourdough era. Yeah. So
Yeah, no, that's cool. We could yarn about anything with Jinz today, and
Yeah.
Wait, I
Even
can jump on all
hauora.
yeah,
Hey,
because she
you're a
jumps on,
hauora
she was like,
activist.
"Can we talk about politics?" And I was just like, "We can talk about anything because you know all the answers."
No, there are no answers. There's just lols and tea.
And tea.
What's the latest tea? Apart from what you just told us? Like, latest that you really want to touch base with.
Nothing other than my allergic reaction. It's the top of
And
mind.
moving your house, saying moving houses.
Actually, because it is Te Wiki o Te Reo Māori, I think, and mihi ana kia whaemiriwai, who was, and because I was thinking last week about Ahurenga, which was the Kura, and I thought, when I was at Kura, we used to think they were just such a small school, and I don't know anything about it, but now I'm super invested in what are our next Reo Māori steps, and I know we had Tohia Te Reo, and I think not that it's a topic of conversation, but I think in the terms of the next where I want to be contributing is definitely in that what's our next journey for te whakatohea a reo nei.
A reo nei.
Yeah.
Love. Pai tira. That's beautiful. Yeah.
We should have had you and Tracy on here.
Oh, we still can later.
Still would have been poking out ideas everywhere.
One of the when I was living in Colorado, one of the they have like a entity whose job it is to bridge, or they're like liaisons between the nations, the iwi, and the state government. And when they were given what their job is, they were told that their role is solely to affirm the sovereignty of the Southern Ute, Mountain Ute, and Arapaho tribes. And so their job is specifically to affirm that iwi has mana motuhake unto themselves on their own whenua. And I don't think we're there yet in Aotearoa. We're still very, very British. My neighbour said to me, he's like, you're more British than the Brits, you and your guys' kettles. Because I was upset because we didn't have a jug. Why don't you have a jug? But I think in terms of like affirming our own sovereignty, we can do so much more in terms of we don't need to be waiting for the Crown to affirm us. And I think it's once again, te tarata coming up, another important conversation around what are our next steps in terms of whakatohea nationhood.
Beautiful.
Te tarata's coming up, moko papa's coming up, just saying.
Zach, moko papa's coming up.
Messenger, those eyes.
Not me looking around.
No, beautiful. You've done so beautiful, Mahi, and we see you. And we're so grateful for you.
Oh,
You and your babies.
You
You and the babies.
You and the babies.
And I love that he goes to Te Kura o Waioweka. He come over home straight after his first day. I pai tora,
loves it.
loves it.
Shout out to all the cousins.
Didn't want to take his uniform off.
Yeah.
Good boy.
No, we're so lucky to have you home. And someone's going to snitch you up.
Yeah.
Someone's
that?
going to snitch you up.
Yeah.
But it needs to be based on whakatohea. If you want her, it needs to be based here.
I actually want to... I have a job.
Oh, she has a job?
But this was filmed before I start my job.
This is job number 1. It's funny.
But I think in accepting the role that I'm starting, I was mindful to have a job that allowed me to not get blurred, where it becomes a tension around, now I'm hohai at my people. And I think the I love my people, I love my people, I love my people, but I need to be sustained outside of that just for now while we're settling back home so that we can give to kaupapa.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
She's clever.
Yeah, you are clever, bro.
Far out.
There's some family members that I've seen like 3 days in a row and I'm like, been 10 years
I love my people. I love my people.
I love my podcast. I love my podcast.
And
I do.
It does, like, it reminds me how small town it is because it's like, you see everyone every day.
You see everyone every day always. So no mai hoki mai ki te koinga.
So interesting.
That's why I love living up Woodlands.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't feel like Portsky sometimes.
Unless you come to town.
Yeah, I love it. I love it though. It's good to be home.
Yeah.
I actually love being back. And I love that you're back. And I love that you're still here.
Yeah. About to enter your next era.
Yeah. But in saying that, we should wrap it up, eh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Because Jinz is just too amazing. And I'm
gotta
getting
move house.
all lost in everything.
She needs to move house at whānau. Like she was in the... So we didn't put it in her calendar that she had a podcast today.
Oi, nah, I feel like that needs to be a conversation. If it's not in the calendar, it doesn't exist.
Well, today it's existing.
It's in my calendar.
Well, now we know if we want her, we have to put it in her calendar.
Yes.
And we will.
No, I need to be better at remembering.
But thank you for coming in today.
Absolutely. Appreciate you so much.
Tucker messaged me last week. She goes, who can we get? And I says, oh my gosh, she's sitting right in front of me. Jinz, do you want to be a part of it? Okay, yeah.
Yep.
So she's here today. And we're so grateful. And Tucker has a tonga for
I
you.
do have a tonga for you.
She does.
Let me just run up the stairs and get it, okay?
Oh, run up the stairs. It's going to take 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Nah. Anyways.
Just so you know, I'm not doing the pūkana because my eye is already
No,
a
you are
pūkana.
doing the pūkana. It's tradition. With this porokate, No, we're so lucky.
That's all good.
And thank you for coming in today and being part of your iwi podcast. Bro, this is your
Ea
iwi
hana.
podcast, though. Ea ha'ana.
But pretty
Great.
cool way.
Pretty cool, bro.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Are you going to cut this part out? Yeah, hard out.
Cool. So, because I always think about when my papa was over there, I don't think he was on the board. And when he used to like say, oh, we're going to do a mussel farm, da da da.
Yeah.
All these. Well, and then seeing everything come to
Yeah.
life, you know? And
Yeah.
it's like, wow, the planning is.
Yep. So e te whānau, thank you for your time and your kōrero. And we're so proud of you. Like, so bloody proud of you.
So bloody proud of you.
You went to America.
I felt like I ran to America too. Okay.
So we're gonna, I don't care, you're gonna look in there and you're gonna do a pekana, your wāweka, te kura wāweka.
The reason why they're going to take you for kapahaka.
This is going to affirm that none of them will want me.
No, great. We can do Gumby.
I'm a great caterer, e te whānau.
Okay.
Babysitter.
Tahi, rua, toru, wha, pukana.
Hang on.
Oh my God.
Nah, okay.
Tahi, rua, toru, wha, pukana. You're
My
silly,
iPad
bro.
is
So cool.
You're silly, yeah?